So behind this driver's kick panel here, it's held in place by two little spring clips and a fastener, which on mine was already removed. But behind this panel, you'll find this metal plate that holds two relays, and these are held in with two 10mm screws, like sheet metal screws. And you can pull that out and you can find there's the two relays. The front one here controls the sunroof, and this one controls the fuel pump. It's handy to know. I'm going to be disabling the sunroof, and so I want to remove this relay so the sunroof will not be able to be opened. And so there's you pry up on this blue lock, and then you can unplug the relay. Like that. And I'm just going to leave it unplugged because I want to disable the sunroof, because I plan to seal it. So now I can just bolt this back into place. And if I ever want to make the sunroof work again, all I have to do is plug in the relay. But I'm not a fan of sunroofs. They always leak, and at some point they're going to make your car moldy and musty, and you just never know when they're going to break. So I'm not a fan of them. But anyway, then you can snap that back into place and test it. So I snapped the cover back in place, and now I can turn the ignition on, and test the sunroof buttons here. Sure enough, nothing works, and that's exactly how I want it to be, because I'm going to seal the sunroof with some crash tape. So I already disabled the sunroof by unplugging the sunroof relay that's located in the driver's side kick panel, right beside the fuel pump relay. And now I'm gonna put some crash tape over the sunroof that should seal it from water. I'm not sure if it's leaking or not, but it did at one time. I just want to go ahead and rule it out. So I can put some crash tape on here and totally seal it from the weather, since I wouldn't really open it anyway. And I wanted to disable the sunroof, because once you have it taped like that, if you did try to open it, it might damage the mechanism, or it would make matters worse. So I'm cleaning it right now with some Windex, which is mostly vinegar-based stuff I'm using. And I just want to get the dirt off of here so it'll increase its chances of sticking. But the crash tape I'm using is pretty sticky. It's a little tricky to do by yourself if you're trying to do something like this, where you want it to look nice and last a long time. This is the crash tape right here. It's very sticky, and it's wide enough that I can have one pass cover this roof, I think. It'll just do it. So I'm going to start, I guess, in the front. And I'm going to come back later, and once I get it smoothed down, I'm going to trim it very lightly with a razor blade. I'm not going to bother with the edges here. Let's see here. See, I just barely touched the plastic with the razor. Not enough to cut into the paint. Just scored it a little to weaken it. I'm just gliding the razor along the plastic. Not really cutting into it, just weakening it a little bit. And that encourages it to be cut along the floor line. And now I'm going to go back and make sure that the edge is fully down, and if there's any bubbles around the edge, I can get those out. So that should seal this should seal the sunroof for many, many months. And I'll just keep an eye on it, and if I see it deteriorating, I can peel it up and do it again.